Hi everyone, my name's Scott Rogers and today I'm going to be taking you through our exciting new tool, AI Course Creator, and how to create a course quickly and easy, literally in minutes. So right now you can see that I'm on the home screen of our AI course creation application. All you need to do is navigate to courses, and from courses we simply click on the create a course button on the top right hand side of the screen. And that takes us into our AI course creation wizard. So basically in here, we just need to give the AI engine the information it needs to create our course for us. So I've created a little document that's got some information about the course I want to create. So I'm going to copy and paste the information from there into the screen. So first we have to put in a course name. That's important in terms of just making sure you name your course whatever you want that course to appear throughout the system. Next thing we need to do is describe our audience. So I might say students in this course have average literacy and are looking to enter the workforce. So the more information you give the AI about your audience, the better it will tailor your course to that audience. For instance, if you've got students with language literacy or numeracy issues, you probably want to mention that in your course audience description. Any information or characteristics about your audience that you want to share with the AI to better streamline or contextualize your course to that audience, this is your opportunity to do that. So the next thing that you want to do is describe your course in detail. So I've got a little description about my course. In my description, I've got quite a short description that I'm going to enter, and the reason for that is because I'm going to also augment this with some documents that I'm going to upload in the next step. But if you weren't uploading documents and you're relying completely on your course description, you would want to enter as much description, as much information in the description as you can to allow the AI to completely craft the course according to your needs. So in this example, I'm going to use a unit of competence. So I'm using a unit of competence from the Australian vocational education sector, but you could be creating a course on anything, whether it's accredited, non-accredited, soft skills, onboarding training, you name it. You can basically create a course on anything. In this example, I'm going to upload some documents from my local computer, and these are the unit of competence, the unit of competence information, also the assessment requirements. And so I'm adding both of those documents, and I'm going to tell the system that that's a unit of competence. But you can see here, you can also upload curriculum documents, learning resources if you've got existing resources, staff handbooks, policies, procedures, operation manuals, software manuals, technical manuals, product manuals, help with FAQ documentation, you name it, legislation. So any information that you want included in your course, you can add that here, and the AI will use that to help craft your course according to your needs and specification. Okay, so you can see now I've added those two documents. So I'm going to go to the next step. So selecting your breadth and depth is the next step, first step in step 2. I'm going to select a comprehensive level. Now in the description here you can see we've got overview, focus, standard and comprehensive. Have a good look at the different course breadths and depths in the help, using the help icon there, and just make sure that you're choosing the breadth and depth that aligns to what you're hoping to achieve in your course. So those descriptions are pretty comprehensive there. So I'm choosing comprehensive, which is what you'd expect for any sort of academic or vocational subject. So the next option we have here is to select readability, and again we've got a really good help explainer here that explains readability. So very easy being reading age of 5 to 6, easy being 7 to 8, fairly easy being 9 to 11, standard being 12 to 14. So I'm going to choose standard in this example. So So that's a reading age of 12 to 14 for my learners. If you're doing a low-level course for school children, for instance, you might choose a reading age of 5 to 6 or 7 to 8. So we've also got the option to select language. Language is important because language will dictate what the output is going to be put out. And so I'm asking for the output to come out using English UK. That will use the UK English spelling. We've also got the option to choose English US as well. And there's about 85 different languages that you can choose from. So you can write a course in about 85 different languages. The tone of voice here, I'm going to choose casual, but you can see you've got a number of different tone of voices to choose from, or tones of voice to choose from. There's probably limited use cases for things like funny and dramatic, but certainly encouraging, professional, casual, or good in an educational context. I'm going to choose casual. And the country context I'm putting here, it's optional, but I'm going to put Australia because I want, I'm uploaded a unit of confidence from the Australian vet sector, and therefore I want it to follow all the standards and legislation and information that's valid to Australia. So that's going to inform any case studies, practical examples will all be in the context of whatever country you choose here. So I've chosen Australia. So in the practical examples, case studies, that we'll use an Australian context. And then any other contextual considerations. For instance, if you're writing a course for a particular industry, you might want to mention that. If you're writing a course for a particular client and you want that client to be used in case studies, you could add that information there. You could add any regulatory considerations, legislation that might be relevant, you name it, any information that will help the AI understand the context for your course, so it can align all of your course content to that context. I'm going to leave that blank for this example. Category just allows us to categorize our courses nicely within the system. I've chosen emotional intelligence, which is a business category, so I'm going to put this in the business category. If the category that you want doesn't exist, you can simply type it and it will add it to the system. And then we've got the option to select the navigation, topic navigation. So that's in the end product that's produced, the e-learning file that the student's going to be navigating through, whether they're going to be on a linear navigation, which is sequential. They will be forced to go topic by topic in the order that they are displayed on the screen, or free navigation will allow them to use the navigation menu to navigate through backwards and forwards through the course without completing it in a linear sequence. So I'm going to choose free navigation for my course. The next thing we get to do is choose our theme. So in this example, in our system, we have around about 18 different themes to choose from, and so it doesn't really matter what the cover images that you see on the theme. You're more choosing the look and feel, so the colors and the style on the cover page is more relevant. Don't worry about the cover image because you can change that. So for instance, this course with a child, it doesn't matter, I can change that image to whatever I want. Let's try and just find one that fits with what I'm doing here, more businessy. There we go. I'm going to choose this one, binary, and go next. So from here we've got quiz settings. Now basically every course that you create will also come with a quiz at the end of each topic if you select true or false or single multiple choice. If you didn't want a quiz in your course, you just select no quiz. In this example, I'm going to choose both true or false and single or multiple answer questions, and we can basically let the chatbot decide the maximum number of quiz questions we want, or we can set it. In this case, I'm going to set it, and I'm going to set it at 5 quiz questions per topic. And I can choose whether the students how students navigate those quiz questions as well. So we can require the correct answer to progress to the next question, or we can allow progress on the wrong answer. I'm going to allow progress on the wrong answer because I want these questions more to be formative than anything else, and so I'm going to do that. But if I wanted to ensure that students had a good grasp of everything, I might require correct answer to progress. So basically the next option is to manually create your outline, but in this situation we definitely want to use the AI to generate the content, so I'm going to click on that now. And I just have to confirm that I want to do that. Okay, so right now the AI is going to work to create my new course outline based on all the information that I've given it in the course creation wizard. And on the screen you can see little eBot painting on his easel, crafting up our course outline while we watch him do his handiwork. Even just this course outline phase would normally take the end user a considerable amount of time to create. So you'll notice that our AI course creation wizard will do that course outline in around about 20 to 30 seconds. There we go, it's complete. I can click OK, and it's going to take me to my course outline so I can review that and make sure it is looking the way that I want. I can, if you want to, you can go through and validate that against any material that you have, just to make sure that all the topics and subtopics are there that you want. If you felt like the order could be a little bit better, you can move around topics and subtopics to put them in the order that you want. So you can do that at the topic level. So I can move an entire topic, or I can move subtopics within a topic as well. If you felt like there were some topics or subtopics missing, you can also add them using add subtopic, or down here using add topic. But I'm pretty happy with that. That looks pretty well aligned to the unit of competence that I'm hoping to complete my course for. So once you're happy with that, you can click generate content by AI, confirm that you want to do that. And now my AI eBot is off and writing my topics. So you can see in the progress bar, it's telling you here that it's working on topic 1 of 15 course topics, and little eBot there is working away in the background, building my course. So now would be a really good time to go and take a cup of coffee, or leave your screen open. Of course, we don't recommend navigating away from the browser page. We recommend keeping that open while your course is creating, but certainly go off and do whatever you need and come back and keep a check on that. It typically takes around about 15 to 20 minutes, depending on how large your course is, to complete. But to give you an idea, this amount of content would take our instructional design team around about 4 weeks to write from scratch to the same level that our eSkilled AI course creator creates. So it's going to save you a huge amount of time in creating that course content. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is we're going to cut at this video, and we're going to start again once the generation has completed, to save you time waiting around for this to generate, and we'll see you back shortly. Hi and welcome back everyone. Our eBot has now completed our course generation from our outline topics and has now generated all the content and dropped us into our editing screen, where we can now make our course beautiful and add any media, video, audio, basically any content or media that we want to add to make our course look beautiful. So at the moment you can see I've landed on the cover page editing screen, And before I jump into how to edit, I'd just like to quickly show you what a finished product looks like so you understand what we're aiming for when we're in the edit screen. So I've just got on another tab here, I've got a course that's already been styled up and edited, and we're basically, this is what the end user, the student, would see from your LMS or website when you've shared that content with them. So basically this is the cover page that you saw on the edit screen before. If I click start course, that it takes me to the course the actual course content itself, where as a student I can navigate. So you'll notice that this screen, it's going to track my progression. I can navigate from the left hand menu over here, but in the main center of the screen here is all the content that's been created. Now when that wizard finishes, all the text that you'll see on the screen here is generated, but the images are added in the edit screen that I'm about to take you through and show you now. So what we're aiming to do is just make our course look a lot more beautiful, like this one. We can add things like, this is an accordion widget where we can add sort of click to expand accordion widgets to make our course a bit more interactive for the end user. Make sure they're paying attention, keep them awake and engaged. Yeah, we can add nice images. All these images have been added through the edit screen, which I'm about to show you. And just taking you down to the bottom, you'll notice at the end of every subtopic, our AI wizard has now, or eBot has now created our quiz questions. So in this topic, we've got 10 questions that can be answered by the learner. So pretty cool application, and you can see how beautiful the courses look. I'm sure you'd be pretty happy to have this course representing the content in your organization. You'll notice you can also embed videos directly streaming from YouTube, and yeah, a number of different images. You can also insert audio as well in the editor. So let's jump back to the editor and see how you can do that. So here we go. Now we're back in the course editor. You'll note that this course, the cover page image here that was auto-generated from the theme that we chose, is not really fit for purpose in terms of the subject matter, because our course is a business course on critical thinking, not an early childhood course. So first thing I'm going to want to do is change this image. So when selecting your themes, you're more selecting for color, backgrounds, and styling. Don't be put off by the cover image, because we can change that here once we jump into the edit screen. So it's as simple as clicking on this replace icon here, and then the next thing that I'm going to do is click on the upload an image and choose an image that's more appropriate. Now this image here looks a lot better, so I'm going to select that. And yep, that looks pretty good. You'll also notice that the theme style, I've got an option of changing the theme style here. That's going to change the style of the cover page. I'm pretty happy with the cover page style that I chose, but if I did want to change it up and make it a bit more interesting, I've got a number of options. This is the one that I've got selected at the moment. I can also change the font family, style, color to match brand or a client need or whatever it might be. The other thing that we could do here if we wanted to is save this image to our local computer, edit it to add our icon, our logo, or the logo of a client if you wanted to brand up this course, and then re-upload it to brand that up. But for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm going to leave it as is and save. Right, so now that's looking a bit more business-like. I'm pretty happy with that course cover page. So the next thing is to go in and have a look at the content. So I'm just going to delete this image. It's one I added earlier just when I was playing around, but what I'm going to do now is show you what the course looks like once it comes it's generated from scratch. So you'll notice that basically we've got an overview on the topic, and then the topic is broken down into subtopics just like it was in our course outline, and all that information has now been created to support the learner's journey in really understanding that subject matter. All the course content is supported with practical examples and case studies to really help the learner embed their knowledge and understanding. And at the end of every subtopic you also get a quiz and this quiz has 5 questions. So yeah, just going through, you'll notice that because we've chosen comprehensive in our wizard, we have a really comprehensive level of course content, lots of examples, stepped out, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, etc. Case studies, as you can see here, improving customer service at an Australian bank. Notice that the case studies are in an Australian context because in the wizard, when we were doing the demonstration earlier, we selected Australia as the case study example. So what we want to do now though is actually make this content look beautiful. Now just to give you a bit of an example though, this amount of content would have taken our instructional design team around about 4 weeks to create. So incredibly time-saving tool to be able to produce that amount of content that quickly. So yeah, basically what I'm going to do is click on image, and I want to add an image to this page. It's looking a bit texty, so the way to add an image, there's 2 ways. I could just click image only here. It will drop that image at the bottom of the page, but if I want to place it on the page, I click and drag to place it where I want. So you'll notice I can put that above or below. I'm going to put it above, and then so now I can add my image now that I've added the image widget. And I might grab this image here. What else have we got? Here we go. I think I like this one better. And done. So now we've got a sort of critical thinking image on our first sort of overview page. I think that looks nice, and it's always a good thing to save as you create, just in case you lose internet connection or something happens in your browser. So always save as you go, and you can preview as you go. So I'm just going to click on this preview button, and you'll notice that that's going to show me a preview of the page that I've just created. Please note you have to save your changes before you preview, or you won't see your saved changes. So there we go. There's the preview of that page there. So now that we've added an image there, now if that image was a little bit big, I could save that image as a smaller image and re-upload it to make it look a little bit tidier. I'm pretty happy with the way that is, so I'm going to leave it. Now the next thing we could do, we could add more text in if we wanted. Say there was a section missing that we feel like really needs to be there. We could add text in just using the text edit widget there. But what I'd like to show you next is multimedia. So we can also add videos and audio. They're pretty easy. Basically, with audio it's just a matter of uploading the file, and with video we can either upload or we can just use a YouTube URL. So I'm going to drag this video into onto the page here, and what we're going to do is just go to YouTube and grab a link to a video on critical thinking, and we're going to insert that. So I can just click done, and there we go, 5 tips to improve your critical thinking. So yeah, we can add media. As I said, we can add audio. It's as easy as that. Accordion is where we would create a click to reveal. So I'm just going to go back and show you what accordion looks like on a completed course. So accordion is where we've got this click to expand style of widget. And to add an accordion widget, what I'm going to do is just find a bit of text that's relevant. Oh, here we go. Actually, here's something I created earlier. So this is an accordion widget, which I just started styling up while I was mucking around before. So with this, we can basically just drag and drop an accordion on, just like I have here. and you'll notice that we've got we can put the topic here, and then in the screen below we can put what appears in that accordion item. So if you'll see here in this example, I'm just going to expand that so you can see it all. I've got the heading here and then text in the middle here. Now I could, if I wanted, I could have that, I could actually have text and image. I could have a text and image in there. Now example of that would be here, where we've got an image on the left side and text on the right side. So anytime you see image, you've got the options of putting an image with text or just an image. So yeah, but in the example I've just got in front of you here, we've just put some text in there. So in the accordion item that I've just dragged and dropped on the top, we've got the heading here. So we could say, I'll just type heading for that example, and in this item we might just want to put some text. So I'm going to just select text, and you'll notice it's given me a text box within that expansion widget, which I can open and close, and I could make that whatever I want to. So I'll just call that accordion text, and I'll spell that wrong. So that might be a bit large, so you can use your text editor to change the size of the font to whatever you'd like to. You can change font colors and highlight font text. You can underline text. You can do basically anything that you want with the text using your text editor tools here. You can even insert tables. So that's our little accordion tool. And another editing feature I wanted to show you, which is really handy, is how to edit topics. Now or subtopics. Now you might have added a got all the way through and then realized, oh no, I've forgotten to a topic, or a topic is missing. So don't stress. All you have to do is click on edit topics here, and we can add in a topic just by going here. I'm just going to copy this topic just because I can't think of a topic off the top of my head. I'm just going to replicate that one. Now when I create this subtopic, it's going to be empty, so I'm going to save that, but you'll notice when I go to the actual edit screen, my latest topic is going to be empty. There's nothing in it. So the great thing about the system is where you've got an empty topic like that or subtopic, you can just use your AI assistant, which is just below accordion on the right hand side, and ask it to generate content. So I can just click on generate content here, and it's going to want me to confirm. And right now the AI ebot is putting together a subtopic for me. It's going to populate that based on all of my course criteria, and yeah, save me a lot of time. I don't have to go and rewrite that topic that I forgot to create earlier. So we're just going to let the AI do its thing now and finish that. It shouldn't take too long. I would say probably 30 seconds to a minute just to finish that, and then I can show you some of the other cool AI assistant features. Watching little ebot do his thing. Hopefully he hasn't got too much longer. Wonderful. Okay, so there we go. eBot has successfully generated our content, and look at that, we've got a beautiful topic there that nicely outlines the self-reflection process with lots of examples, actionable steps, etc. So that's wonderful. Now, another couple of the AI assistant tools that you can use are, it can generate a practical example for an entire topic or just a subtopic. Sorry, entire topic and subtopics, or just for a subtopic. Same with case study or scenario. It will generate any of these different items at any point in the course that you want. So you might find a text-heavy area where you feel like it's really lacking a practical example. For instance, you can use your AI assistant to generate that. I'm not going to generate it now just because it'll take some time and I want to get through and wrap this up for you. So, but feel free to have a play with those and see how they work within the context of your courses if you feel like you need some more practical examples, case studies or scenarios to support your learning. These are more useful when you're creating courses that are less comprehensive. So when you're using maybe focused or standard or overview level courses, you might feel that in some areas they need more practical examples or scenarios, because at those level of course builds it doesn't create as much content. So this is a great way that you can further support and scaffold your learners with practical examples, scenarios and case studies. So very cool, have a play with that. And the last thing I wanted to show you in the edit screen is course settings. So basically, if we click on course settings, we can go back to our original settings and edit and change things that we might want to. So, you know, maybe we had an error in the course name, or wanted to change the course audience, etc. Just update the details and settings for this course. Basically, it's the same as the initial wizard that you built the course with. Some useful use cases for wanting to do that is maybe you want to change the course theme, freshen it up, or use a different theme. You're not happy with the one that you chose, you can come back in here and change the course theme, no problem at all. Maybe you set it to the course to linear navigation and actually you've changed your mind, you want to set it to free, or vice versa. So you can go back through and change settings. The main thing to remember here is that it's not going to regenerate all of the course content, because that would be crazy. So with this, it's really just changing the settings of that course, the way it's viewed, so themes, etc. So we're going to save that now. So yep, always remember to save your settings if you want to keep them. So I think we've had that's pretty solid overview of settings. Get in and have a play. I'm sure you'll love the functionality and features within the editing screen and the ability to really make your courses look beautiful. Don't forget that you've got your AI assistant to help you to summarize, expand, bullet point text on the page as well. So have a good play around with the different tools that you've got within those editing screens, and have fun making courses.